Om Shanti, Morning Murli, 26th July. Sweet letter of Bap Dada for sweet children. Essence, sweet children, in order to become double crowned, renounce double violence. Become unknown warriors and conquer the enemy Maya. Sweet children, in order to become double crowned, renounce double violence, become unknown warriors and conquer the enemy Maya. Question: why and about whom is the saying small mouth, big talk well known? Why and about whom is the saying small mouth, big talk well known? Answer: this saying is about God. Because he sits in an ordinary body and tells you big things through this small mouth. The Father, the Lord of the poor, makes you wealthy from poor. You children also say we are very powerful warriors. You children also say we are very powerful warriors. We are conquering Ravan and establishing heaven over the whole world. So this too is like a small mouth and big talk. People laugh when they hear these things. They are unable to understand them. No one else would know how to say the things that you do. Song: at last the day for which we had been waiting has come. Om Shanti. You children heard the song and also understood the meaning of it. You also have the faith that the Baba, who is called the Purifier, has now come. The word purifier also includes the expression Lord of the poor. At this time, the whole world is hell. There are a lot of poor people. The whole world is poor. Don't think that Russia and America are wealthy. No. You know that whatever little they have is nothing compared to heaven. Even if they were to accumulate all the comforts and possessions, they would be nothing compared to heaven. They write that China can buy so many million pounds worth of gold, but even America is very wealthy in that way. However, you children know that all of that is nothing in front of your kingdom and the self-sovereignty that is being established. Even though they have so much, they are still poor. In comparison to heaven, the whole world is poor. The name of this Father is the Lord of the poor. Bharat itself was so wealthy in heaven that comparison is made. Look at the condition now. The Father, the Lord of the poor, is sitting in front of you and has come to give you your inheritance of heaven. You know how wealthy the Father is making you. You know how wealthy the Father is making you. We emperors and empresses were so wealthy. On the path of devotion, they make such beautiful temples. So the Father's name, Lord of the poor, suits him. That is the new word and this is the old word. You understand what the people of the old world have become like. Heaven is the treasure store of happiness. There is someone who will change this world of sorrow. You now know how he changes it. There is no question of fighting or quarreling, etc. They have put Krishna's name in the Gita. Krishna cannot be the one who changes the world. The one who changes the world is called God. You now understand what the Father is making you from what you were. We did not know anything before. Truly, we do become emperors and empresses of the world. The very name is the golden age, the word of gold. Dwarika is also said to be of gold. Dwarka means the whole city is golden. Therefore, there must surely be that much wealth there. Some children have had vision of it. Baba says the more progress you make, the more you will repeatedly have visions. When you come close to your homeland, it enters your heart that you are now about to arrive home. You know that war will definitely take place and that this is how the destruction of the old world will take place. For instance, Delhi was old and has now become made new. Delhi was old and has now been made new. You know that the whole world is a graveyard and that it is to become the land of angels once again. Baba is giving us the inheritance of the new world. Today, that day has come for poor Bharat when it receives the sovereignty of heaven from the Father. It is not that the whole of Delhi is called New Delhi. No, you will call it New Delhi in the new world. Gandhiji used to say, and people today also say, there should be the kingdom of Rama. Therefore, you should explain that it is now definitely the kingdom of Ravan. They say so and so has gone to heaven. That surely means that he was in hell, which was why he went to heaven. You would not say these words in heaven. Just as you remember heaven here, so you also have to remember the Father. When a person dies, they say he left for the heavenly abroad. Which religion exists in that heaven? Baba is asking, which religion exists in that heaven? Only God the Father establishes heaven. You can see how he is sitting here so ordinarily. Only you understand the secrets of the drama. Whatever scene is performed at a particular time, it will be repeated. It will repeat again after 5,000 years. Christ was crucified on a cross. That has become the past. It is this word history and geography that will repeat. The Christian's religion would not exist, but the Christ will come again and establish it. These things are not in the intellect of anyone except you. The Father says, I have come once again after 5,000 years in order to teach you Raj Yoga. The teacher would say, I am telling you the secrets of the beginning, the middle and end of the world. No one apart from the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, can give this knowledge. These things are not mentioned in the scripture. No one understands these things. Christ will also come again after 3,000 years. It has now been 2,000 years, and so this is an account of 5,000 years. However, this does not sit in anyone's intellect. You children know that heaven is being established once again. There is no war, etc. The Father would not make you commit violence. You become doubly non-violent through the Father. You are becoming double crowned. You are becoming double crowned. The Father has said, lust is the greatest enemy. By conquering it, you will become the masters of the pure word. This is that same time. You also see those circumstances now. The Bharat War took place 5,000 years ago. So who was victorious? The Yadavs and the Kauravas were all destroyed. So what was the final result? They don't show anything. The Father came and there was the Mahabharat War. What happened after that? They show that the Pandavas melted away on the mountains. They have also shown a dog with them. They don't understand anything. This is such a big unlimited cycle. There are so many religions. Your intellects have all the secrets in a nutshell. At first you were very wealthy, but you have now become very poor. The human population has increased so much. Ultimately, people will understand and even say, such are the circumstances. You understand that you are following Shrimad and establishing the most elevated kingdom exactly as you did in the previous cycle. You should have that intoxication. You are called the incognito unknown warriors. In fact, you are really unknown but very well known warriors. In fact, you are really unknown, but very well known warriors. They speak of the unknown warriors. However, they are still very well known because even eminent people go to offer them flowers at the memorials. You too become so well known. People will offer you so many flowers and build so many temples to you. At the moment, no one knows you. Baba is saying, you too become so well known. People will offer you so many flowers and build so many temples to you. At the moment, no one knows you. Those people are killed with guns, etc. You make Bharat into heaven. You are then threaded in the rosary of Vishnu and the rosary of Rudra. However, no one knows what the Shiv Shakti Pandav army did. Even now, they don't know what you are doing. You are such powerful warriors. Who is your war with? With Ravan. You tell people that you are on a battlefield and they laugh at you when they hear it. It is said, small mouth, big talk. We are establishing heaven. No one else would know how to say the things that you speak of. The Unlimited Father comes and tells you big things with this small mouth. They must be referring to Krishna when they speak of small mouth and big talk. However, Krishna is young anyway. The mouth of a child would definitely be small. In fact, it is said of God that he has a small mouth and talks big. Baba is the Lord of the poor. He comes and makes everyone so wealthy. He enters an old body. You are poor. Bharat is poor, and so Baba comes and becomes the Lord of the poor for them. You say that Baba comes and changes hell into heaven. These are such big, deep matters. People ask, how will he change Bharat into heaven? How is that possible? Look what this college is like. Who is teaching you? And how you claim such a higher status. Look how you are sitting here. Look how you are sitting here. It is a wonder. It will be like this every cycle. Whatever happened from the beginning, how the Father came, etc., all of it will repeat. He sits here and explains through this one. You don't know your own births. I am telling you this. Only those who had faith in the previous cycle will have this faith. Maya is no less. Sometimes you have faith and you inspire others to have faith, but Maya will make your intellects have doubt. Even then, those who left having had doubt in their intellects are made to have faith in their intellects again. Baba is saying, even then, those who left having had doubt in their intellects are made to have faith in their intellects again. It is understood that the Father's knowledge is truly very wonderful. This is why it is said only God knows the ways and means of God. The Father, the Lord of the poor, comes and makes you so wealthy. He changes the whole world. He rejuvenates it and gives it to eternal life. Your body becomes first class. You understand that you truly did have a long lifespan in the golden age. You shed a body and took another. Look what the conditions here have become. Look what the conditions here have become. People continue to fear death. You children have had visions. When you went to the forest and someone came in front of you, he had a vision. When you went to the forest and someone came in front of you, he had a vision. This one is a goddess. And he quickly ran away. Baba looks after you children so well. This is why you are called Shaktis. All other people will be afraid of you. They fear Kali so much. A fearsome form of Kali has been portrayed. You have had visions of that too. When a chief comes in front of you, he sees your form of Kali and runs away. Baba looks after you and protects you so much. From whom? from Ravan. He continues to give you methods. If you continue to remember the Father, Maya will not even dare to come close to you. Therefore, the Father explains, definitely keep a chart with you. Yours is also a race. When a race takes place, there are people to watch those in the race to make sure no one cheats. So you have to follow Shrimat. You have to follow Shrimat. This is why the Father says, remember me. Maya will bring many sinful thoughts. You will think previously, I never even had such thoughts. Now that I have come old, why do I have such thoughts? You will even have many dreams. So you must not be afraid of the storms of Maya. Never become burnt with the fire of lust. The Father has explained, everyone has been sitting on the fire of lust and has become completely burnt at this time. They continue to perform dirty actions. Abroad, they give a prize to those who have 4 or 5 babies at the same time. There is a great deal of such news in the newspaper. So Baba is giving you the news of the whole world and what is happening everywhere. You can tell from the radio if a big war is taking place somewhere. You children know that you are now becoming very wealthy. You are becoming the masters of heaven. The subjects there will also be very wealthy. For them too, nothing is unavailable for which they would have to create inventions. Krishna is very wealthy. Does Shiv Baba have money? Baba is asking, does Shiv Baba have money? Krishna is a master of paradise. You know that your aim and objective is so high. This Lakshmi and Narayan truly were the empress and emperor. They are not that now. The Father is now making them like that once again. They are now so poor, but they used to be so wealthy. So only you know the history and geography of Lakshmi and Narayan. Is there any person who knows the story of his 84 birth? You now receive such elevated teachings. It is only the one Father who tells you all this. So many temples were built to him. You would say, we used to rule the kingdom. We have so many temples built to us. By thinking about these things throughout the day, you should remain cheerful. By thinking about these things throughout the day, you should remain cheerful. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. And we spiritual children says Namaste, good morning to our sweetest spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First, don't be afraid of the storms of Maya. Don't be afraid of the storms of Maya. Run a race of remembrance. Keep a chart of remembrance. Remembrance is your means of safety. Second, we are establishing an elevated kingdom by following Shrimat. We are establishing an elevated kingdom by following Shrimat. We are unknown but very well known warriors. Maintain this spiritual intoxication. Today's blessing. Feel Baba's hand on your head and take blessing. May you be multi-million times fortunate and make the impossible possible with the power of God's love. May you be multi-million times fortunate and make the impossible possible with the power of God's love. Multi-million times fortunate souls always remain lost in God's love. Multi-million times fortunate souls always remain lost in God's love. The power of God's love transforms any situation into an elevated stage. It makes an impossible task possible and anything difficult become easy. This is because Bap Dada promised that he will continue to fulfill the responsibility of love in your overcoming every problem. This is Bap Dada's promised that He will continue to fulfill the responsibility of love in your overcoming every problem. However, don't become one who only has love sometimes. Be one who has love constantly. Baba is saying, don't become the one who only has love sometimes. Be one who has love constantly. Slogan: accumulate blessings throughout your elevated actions and activities, and something as big as a mountain will then be experienced to be like cotton wool. Accumulate blessings through your elevated actions and activities, and something as big as a mountain will then be experienced to be like cotton wool. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.